What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TOR, and welcome to another episode of People's Questions, where I answer all the questions that have been sent to me over the past week. We got a pretty solid number of questions. From what I can tell, I don't really see any newbies, so that's okay. Starting off with the first question coming from Cash DJ Williams. You want to know, what Power Rangers crossover event did I like or hate? I didn't hate any of them, but I think the Red Forever one, where it has all the Red Rangers from Mighty Morphin all the way to Wild Force, I think that's my favorite crossover. Next question comes from All-Star Gamerpunk. You want to know, do I think we'll ever reach a point where the media and others stop blaming video games and other entertainment for tragedies and violent behaviors? Probably not, but on the video games, I can't speak for like entertainment, but what I can speak for is when it comes to video games, trust me, the only people who are complaining about these type of things are people who don't play video games. So no, do I think a day? Unlikely, but heck, we've been dealing with that for like the past 20 years. So why even can worry about it now? Next question comes from the Paper Knight. You want to know, if I could make a summon for Final Fantasy elements and everything, what would they be like? Probably like a electric dragon, I guess, that comes out of the sea. So basically it would be kind of like Leviathan, except instead of their power being like water, I would have it be electricity. So kind of like an electric eel type of thing. But yeah, that's probably what I would create. Next question comes from Shadow Wolf. You want to know, if I could make my own company, what would it be about and what would I call it? I don't know what I would call it. It would probably be like a gaming media company, because I still want to, get in the gaming industry and the media sense. So, if I was smart enough to make my own company, that's probably what I would focus it towards. Heck, if anything, I would try to be the closest thing to a competitor to IGN, because I don't really think there's anyone out there that's still kind of competing. I mean, I guess maybe Game Informer's still a thing, and then maybe GameSpot's still a thing. So I would probably want to create something that's kind of in that sort of realm of, business. Next question comes from Roy Mustang. You want to know, do I collect Funko Pops? I don't necessarily collect them, but I do have a collection of, I believe, like 6 or 7 of them that I got while I had Loot Crate years ago. They're up here in the closet here, but yeah, I haven't bought any more since, but I would say I do have a collection of them. Next question comes from Sentica Scarpino. You want to know, in which game did I find the Gilgamesh from Final Fantasy at his most enjoyable? I think my favorite version of Gilgamesh was in Final Fantasy VI? Yeah, personally, I think that one just has, in my opinion, the coolest design. So that's one I would pick. Next question comes from Good Neutral Evil Chaos. You want to know, if the first series is finishing, I'm sorry to see it go, but why might it be finished? Okay, the question is, it could end. It's not confirmed. It's just, as it stands right now, I don't really have any plans to do another season. And the reason for that is because it just doesn't look like a lot of people are really interested in this particular season. As believe it or not, I actually do pay very, very, very close attention to all the comments and all the responses and the performances of each particular video. And when it comes to analytics, I've just noticed that people seem to be watching seasons 1, 2, and 3 a considerably lot more than they are watching season 4. So it kind of gives me the impression that, okay, people are becoming less and less interested in these type of matchups, and that's okay. I mean, I would kind of consider that this is what the MCU will be in about maybe 10 years. Well, the performance of these films will get less and less and less as people kind of start getting more tired of them. And I think we're getting to that point. And just from an editing standpoint, I'm not really sure what more I could do to improve them. I've improved the voice equipment, I've improved the editing software, I've improved how I edit, I've improved how I structure some of these videos, I've added specific intros, I've done all this type of editing. Honestly, the next step that I could possibly take is to have some sort of animation to go with the fights. Because some of these matchups, especially the last 2 matchups, that I have planned for this year are going to be really, really difficult to edit and find clips for. But if I could find trust me, I have been looking for an animator for well over a year and a half, and I have failed in every attempt to just contact an animator and say, like, would you be willing to make an animation for you? Money is not even a question at this point. So, but it's just the fact that I think less and less people out there are interested in seeing more matchups, so that's why I think it might end with this season, because they don't want a 5th season. And on a personal note, I just don't know what more I could do to improve these matchups. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Death Battle is successful because it's entertaining. I just don't know how I could add the entertainment value. I've always tried to be more analytical and be more factual than be entertaining. But maybe people want more entertainment. I don't know. But yeah, it's got nothing to do with my personal life or needing to go back into school. I would easily be able to balance that. But as it stands right now, that's kind of why I'm considering on ending the Versus series and not doing another season next year. Next question comes from Queen Violada. You want to know, what fights with Dante did I have planned? Well, originally I was going to do Dante and put him up against Cloud, and that was originally going to be this season's finale. But since that was spoiled, I decided to trash that matchup and put another matchup, which I'm not gonna put it like this. I don't trust anyone out there with what this matchup is. But the last matchup I have planned, which will come out in December, is without question the single hardest matchup I will ever have to put together. And to be quite honest, I've actually been working on it in little snippets for the past 2 years. So that just gives you a hint on just what this matchup could actually be. It's unlike any matchup I've ever done. I will be jumping into a whole new realm of characters. I've never used them before. I never thought I could do it before. It's something big. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna trust anybody online or in any department with what this matchup is, because people will freak the fuck out once they see it. Next question comes from Sylvester Savage, and you want to know, how would Vampire Cole handle against Dolson? Vampire Cole? Well, in a fight like that, Dolson doesn't even need to fight Cole. He just needs to last until the sun comes up, so it's not really much of a fight. I mean, if Dolson knows he's fighting a vampire and he can't outfight him, then just outrun him. I definitely think that Dolson has much more maneuverability, and he could get around a lot easier than Cole can. So basically, just play evasive until the sun comes up, and I don't see why Dolson wouldn't win. And the last question of the episode comes from Lucerna. You want to know, what are my thoughts on the new Predator movie? It looks alright. I've not really had any problem with any of the Predator films. To some extent, I even had a little bit of fun with the 2 Alien vs. Predator movies, and I thought that the last Predators movie, I thought it was a unique take. It was something new, it was something fresh. So I don't know exactly what they're doing with this upcoming Predator movie, but I'll be sure to check it out and give it a solid review for it when it comes out. And with that, those are all the questions that were sent to me over the past week. I'd like to thank the number of you for sending your questions in, but I also would like to state that if there was a particular question that you sent it in the comment section for the last video and you didn't hear it in this video, just be sure to check the comment section for that previous video, because either I answered them because I thought it was too short, or, believe it or not, someone else actually took over and answered the questions because they knew what I would answer. So, if you guys have any more questions you'd like me to answer in next week's episode, be sure to type them in the comments down below. But make sure you get them into me before next Wednesday before I start filming the next episode, hopefully around noon. And with that out of the way, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.